Okay. Going live. It says we are live. Hey guys, we are live on YouTube Thursday night and we're on time. Well, actually, I'm 1 minute late, but actually this week I'm actually at home. I'm not out doing something with my son or hockey games or anything. So welcome guys. Somebody in the group that we're in wanted to talk about batteries. So tonight we're going to talk about a little bit of batteries. But also, what I want to know from you guys, what is your go-to battery? Do you actually spend the extra money to buy a name brand, or do you just go on Amazon and find the cheapest LiPo battery that you can, or AliExpress or whatever? So I want to hear from you guys, where do you get your battery and which one do you have? And if you had any bad luck with any of the batteries, for me, I find batteries are like a shot in the dark. You get good ones and bad one in the name brand or in an off brand. So it's a shot in the dark, I find. But we got a people here. So Big Head RC is with us tonight. How are you doing, Big Head?
Doing fine, brother.
Sean RC Adventures with us also. He's actually driving, so we won't see his face too much, which is kind of a good thing.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky that the guy in front of me is lucky you actually asked us all to be quiet. So,
TLS.
We also have Brad Kalman with us. How you doing, Brad?
A bit upset because of this.
He's upset. Oh, with little tiny servo.
I wish someone would exchange it for a regular waterproof servo. Need a micro.
Talk later, Brad.
Oh, Unknown RC, how you doing?
How you doing, Tank?
I'm doing good. Kurtz RC, how you doing?
All right, good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. John Martin RC, JM RCs, how are you doing?
Doing good.
John has been busy playing with his laser. He's been engraving glass.
I haven't started glass yet, but going to be, yes.
Okay, because I saw you took a picture of that glass in there, so the wine glass or whatever.
Oh,
hopefully you don't burn through the glass. That's all that counts. So,
man, if I can burn through glass, that'd be a pretty funny thing.
True. Jem's Hobby, how are you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me again.
Good, good. Thanks for coming. Trail Crawler RC, the man with one good arm.
No, it's called One Good Chicken Wing.
Going on, guys?
yeah,
So,
all good. One point.
oh yeah. So tonight we're going to talk about a couple things. And one of the first thing I want to talk about real quick is what I have on my Facebook group. So we'll go there right away. And we'll look at the Facebook. So in Ottawa, we're actually going to be doing some of these events, which is with the Tamaya Nijon. Those are the little tiny cars. And it's a track. You don't drive this. You just put a battery in it and you let it go on the track. So looks like they have a big track somewhere. I am not going to start this. I don't think so. But I will go see January 27th what this is all about. It looks very interesting.
It's extremely popular in Japan.
Yeah, it is. Those little tiny cars. They even have races of them in the water. It actually goes in the water and then it comes back out. So
they're very fast.
Oh yeah, they're fast.
Is that the ones that has the wheels on the side of them to keep?
Yeah,
that's correct.
You can actually, believe it or not, you can actually make them. They actually have kits that actually that I think they make that actually can make them really controlled.
Oh, really?
I would find that hard to believe because you don't steer the steering at all.
No, but you could not use it for that purpose and make a radio controlled. You could make an RC out of it.
Okay.
There's a guy who does it online.
It's kind of interesting, and it's since it's in Ottawa, I've always been curious. I'm probably going to go see this on January 27th. So hopefully I'm not somewhere else. So GCM Racing has been working with their transmission, their LRT2 transmission. So they've been doing some builds with that again. They've also did this. So this is for their C-Max chassis. So what it is a mount that goes on the C-Max. That's to mount a plow onto it. So it's just a piece of aluminum.
It's the same company as this, that servo.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking at the mount here, the silver part, Brad.
Yeah.
Never mind the servo. And then you can actually mount this plow on it, but look how nice and neat this actually makes this install. You don't have to cut the bumper, you don't have to do anything. It just like hides everything under there. Now that is scale, like crazy.
That's pretty slick.
Now that said, I think it would be nice for me to. I have a C-Max. I actually have two of them. This would be, it would go on my Winnebago. That would be cool, seeing my Winnebago with a plow. So, but I don't know how everything would fit or how it would fit, but that means I would have to buy one of these plows because I don't have a plow like this. So I'll look at how much the plow costs and see if I can mount it on another truck.
Who makes the tires?
What's up, Will?
Who makes a what?
The tires on it. I don't think I've seen those before.
These tires?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I could always message True North and ask him which tires they are, but they look very scale.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Another thing that we're gonna have here in Ottawa, well, it's out of Ottawa. Heck is that?
Yeah.
What the heck? That's what you're gonna have.
What the?
What the heck was that?
An engine.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Who was doing that audio?
You.
I
It was
was.
from the page.
Yeah, I think it come from you.
Really? That was weird. It was a motor revving or something.
That was crazy. Like, well, you're deafening me in the car. It's like, what the heck is that?
I know, it was crazy. I just like, I didn't even click on anything. To me, I don't think it was. But anyways, another thing that's going to happen here. There we go again. Oh, it is
Yeah,
coming from this ad.
That's you, it's not us.
It is
Yeah.
coming from this ad. This ad's a video, and he actually put a car revving in the background.
They're
didn't
accusing
notice
us of
that.
doing stuff. Man.
Right.
So
wasn't me.
these are the pine cars. You guys ever see these pine car race?
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy
Even
Scout.
Boy Scouts.
Yeah,
Pine
and
Car Derby.
yeah. So they're going to be doing this also in February 10th. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go there because Pembroke is like a 2.5, 3 hour drive. So I might just to see what the heck is going on and just to have fun. But they're having an 80-foot long track that they've made with the Pine Car Derby. So that's here locally. So the Ottawa one and this is kind of cool. Another thing, STCRC, company I was dealing with, closed the door. So this is the hobby store where Brad got one of his car.
Oh, he quit. He's out of business.
Yes.
Oh, that's sad. He was a good guy.
So they're closed that business, but they're not gone. They are going to come back under a different name.
Where's he out of Canada?
Yeah, Montreal.
Also, he's transitioning.
It was in Montreal. So they're evolving. They're trying something different. It was costing them way too much money for the store. In the market right now, the hobby is really a killer. So it's not working out. They were losing too much money, so they're gonna go a different route. So we'll see.
Yeah, brick and mortar stores. The rents are crazy.
Yeah. And RC Spark actually did an unboxing of this truck. He did put on social media this truck, which is a dump truck with a crane on it. And this thing is just crazy and amazing what this thing does. So if you guys are on Facebook or even he might have put this on YouTube, but he did
Is that metal?
put this up. So he got this truck from a company, and he does mention which company he put it on, and it's a nice friggin' truck, and it's got a crane.
Metal.
on
I
it.
think it's a Lesu. Yeah, I think it's a Lesu.
Yeah, I think it is a
It's
less,
metal.
but he got
Metal.
it from a different company, which like even the remote control for it is just like killer. Like wow.
That's the radio that you got, Sean, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's the one I got.
So
The radio is. I tell you what, I should have bought that radio a lot sooner. The controller.
oh, yeah.
Just awesome how you can have all your trucks plugged in. So you can have all your trucks plugged in and on, and then you program them to a button on the controller, and you just flick that button to flick between models, and it'll automatically just switch to whatever settings you have on that model. Like it's crazy.
In the chat, we have One Stop RC,
that out.
JD's RC, Jurgerling, Spin Rush RC, Thompson RC, Trail Crawler, and Unknown RC. How you doing, guys?
So I assume that cab on it is metal.
Sup, everybody in the chat.
Hard plastic.
I think it's plastic, Brad, the cab.
Yeah, it's ABS.
Yeah, they had a post on Facebook with that truck. They were actually testing it before they shipped it to them.
I think it must have been Tucson, was it? Shipped it to him?
Yes.
Tucson, yeah. That's where I get most of my stuff from, Tucson.
I'll tell you what, it's amazing all the features on that truck.
Yeah.
I can find it here when he was actually doing the unboxing, or not test, or when he was actually testing it. He's been posting and he's been active lately.
It's been active as anything on Instagram. He's doing a lot on Instagram.
So here's the guy with the radio when he's actually putting it on. Yeah, Tucson Hobbies.
Yeah, Tucson.
Oh yeah, I'm sub to him.
Who aren't you sub to, Brad?
I don't know. I'm sub to hundreds of people.
He's not even controlling. He's flicking switches and going forward and backward. Like he's not even controlling the buttons here. So I don't know what he's got it set at. Maybe it's a cruise control. I don't know. But it's
It looks like a slide lever on the left side of the controller.
yeah. These buttons.
right beside. Yeah, where you have on that controller, like your thumb, where your two thumbs are, and your index fingers is actually like levers. So for track machines, you can be operating and then just like still just move the tracks. So you must have it forward and back with them.
You ever watch YouTube and
Like this hydraulic crane is just awesome. Like it's crazy. But he's gonna have fun with that. Cool.
Yeah. So it's not a cheap break, that's for sure.
Was that a couple grand?
Probably.
At least.
And then a couple.
Yeah. Find something else here. Also, one True North RC did a RC track, which was kind of cool. Okay, this is on TikTok. I go full screen. Yes. We will not share the audio. But this guy has been doing some very neat stuff. So this is all carved with wood and engraved. So John could actually do this. And I guess he carved all the way through here and put a little piece of plexiglass and put a light behind it.
Piece of Lexan with a light behind it, or LEDs or whatever.
Yeah. But
That's
what
pretty
I'd
cool.
like
We
to
got
know
that
is
back, Chris.
these pipe things, did he buy these or did he get them 3D printed? This is cool.
Yeah, those towers look like they're printed.
Who done that tank, Chris? Was it?
Like that's a nice track, but I think by the size of these things, it's either a drifting track or maybe it's for the mini Z's. But mind you, it's like forward and back, 2 lane. But I don't know for what scale. I'm gonna send him a message and ask him what scale is that.
I'm just saying, look in there. Isn't a mini Z sitting in the background?
They look
Yeah,
like
they-
mini Z's to me.
Here, yeah, these look like mini Z's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah, but who
easy.
was it? Was it Chris that built that tank, or who built it?
This is what's his name from True North RC. Can't remember his real name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But the start gate is really cool the way it's 3D printed, and I'm just wondering, this would be nice for my on-road thing to do something like this, but I need this about 8 foot wide because we need the room. So unless I do a narrow where the start and stop is, which is doable, but it's just like a what do they call when the road gets narrower and then it gets wider?
Bottleneck.
Yeah, like a bottleneck. So that would be kind of cool. But we'll see.
Hey, Frank, I sent you something that you thought was good.
Yes, and I did bookmark them, and we are going to look at them also.
Yeah. Tank, since you mentioned the engraving,
That was your test on the cardboard.
no, this is actual wood. This is the I had to change the letters because they didn't come out right because of how I had it faded.
Okay.
So I had to redo it, and like I said, I still got off. It's still off a little bit. You can see some of the, tick marks right here on the letters and on the cars and stuff. But yeah,
Good.
Cool. So you're going to start doing for a business laser cutting like that on wood. And what else? T-shirts, I believe it was.
t-shirts, stickers, like I said, printing or cutting whatever material I can get to.
You gonna do those leather patch hats?
I can cut leather with it. I can engrave on stones, believe it or not.
Sweet.
Cool.
Will that engrave on metal?
Yes. So I have middle business cards coming in. Get the
And
anodized ones.
I guess we could even send him some chassis rails, and he could put your name on the chassis rail.
all kinds of fun things. Like I said, it's not powerful enough to cut metal or carbon fiber, unfortunately, but it just gives me a starting point to know where I can go next.
Yeah.
It won't cut it, but it'll burn it.
Yeah, and from what I see, it doesn't cut the strands. You got to sit there and literally cut the strands out.
Yeah, I think that's why they mainly CNC those carbon fiber chassis.
Yeah, you can't laser cut them or water jet them because if you water jet them, it'll delaminate.
Ah,
And so they usually router them.
What's up, Chunky?
Oh, you got him, Tank. Let's see.
Yeah, I just put for Lucas. I don't know why he's not on the
East Mill.
yeah. So I put the link, Lucas, in there if you want to come in. Oh, and Jem's Hobby has his semi truck out. What are you doing with that? You're gonna put tire wideners on it? That's cheating.
No, I don't even own them. Keith has them now. I'm putting different aluminum wheels on it.
Those are nice.
Oh, those are nice.
The one's bolted together because Kurt told me to.
Tank, not to change the subject, I just wanted to ask Keith a quick question.
Go for it.
Keith, did you guys get hit with any snow
No,
recently? No? Okay.
no, you just get real cold.
Yeah, and that actually came all the way here. That's what they were saying in the news. All this bad weather, we're getting rain and cold, and the snow is all coming from Texas, like all the way up to here. It was crazy.
Well, I just seen some posts on Facebook today that people in Texas are getting hammered with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a big storm getting ready to roll right.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
It's called the Colorado Row, is what they called the storm, and it's going to affect 45 million people in the United States.
Yeah.
How many in
As long as
Canada?
it doesn't snow in Pennsylvania, that I get back out of it again. I'll be
No,
all right.
good thing you're not up this way, Sean.
Yeah.
Man, there was something
why
else I
it's-
want to show you guys, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I know that's why you didn't go to the.
Yeah, that's why I chose
Ann
to
Arbor.
North Carolina instead of the Great Lakes this
Yeah.
time of year.
Yeah, we're supposed to get, I think, a foot or two.
So this is me as a baby. This is me in school. This is me in high school, and then I tried taking the same picture of like these two when I was older. I thought you'd all get a little giggle out of that. Oh yeah, that's what I want to check in my chat.
That's when we all had more hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Speak for yourself. I still got good head of hair.
Yeah, me too.
I'm okay.
Well, I don't know.
It just went down a little bit. It's down south. That's all, Dennis.
Who's heard about RCMK? A company called RCMK in Japan.
Never heard of it.
That's what Spinrush was asking us, and I'm just going to do a quick Google on it.
Lucas, you're muted, buddy.
Lucas.
What's up, JD?
Lucas.
Yo, what's up?
JD's, what's up? Spin Rush.
It's a large scale truck, 1/5.
Yes.
That must be something like a traction hobby thing or something.
No.
Something similar.
Some other company, and
No, yeah, but I said it must be something similar to the traction hobby.
There's a lot of YouTube video, but I don't want to show a YouTube video on my because for some odd reason they don't like it. YouTube doesn't like that when I start doing that.
Yeah.
I sent you the link to the company.
RCMK, I don't think so.
Oh, there was the other one that I.
Yeah, it's the other one. So the other one that he sent is this guy, which is, they say that FID Racing, that's what Brad sent me. The only store they have is AliExpress, so you can buy stuff from them. I have not checked how much it is, but this thing looks nice. It's called a FID Volts.
Yes.
And I really like how they've done the A-arm here, because it really lifts the center, which is nice.
Looks like it hit a bag of Skittles.
Yeah, the color.
Right,
Oh, they have an optional part to get four-wheel working disc brakes for it if you'd like.
Taste the rainbow.
So there's the front of it, and you can see a little bit more. But
Yeah, yeah, there's four-wheel disc brakes you can buy from the company that'll fit there and they'll work. See?
Is that a fifth scale?
Yep.
yeah, that's a 5th scale.
$3,200.
Okay, on to the next subject.
Yeah, exactly. Move
Right.
on.
$3,200.
It's like the Kraken.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but $3,200 for a product you can only get through AliExpress.
I'm not sending China $3,200.
Right.
Exactly. We send them enough.
$32.
Wait for a while. Maybe it's going to go down.
Yeah,
Good looking truck.
Relarlo has came out with something new.
A crawler.
But I looked at the
This looks like
dimension
a
of this thing.
basher.
They don't say what scale it is, but I've done some measurements, and it's a little bit bigger than an 18th scale, but smaller than a 10th scale.
That's what they said. I think they said it was a 10 scale, but it's smaller than a 10 scale.
It's a 12 scale, possibly.
They're calling it a 10 scale.
13-inch wheelbase. So that's where it kind of is weird, is the wheelbase on it.
Thompson MC would probably know more about it.
Yeah.
Stupid thing.
But I like what they've done with how they've reinforced and how they've made this chassis, actually.
Why jump out like that?
Yeah, the center braces looks like it would help out quite a bit.
Here they are saying you can put a very big battery if you put the ESC on the other side, which sits right on top of the motor. Now, I'm not sure, but an ESC that produce a lot of heat with a motor that produce a lot of heat, I'm not sure about that solution.
I know what the solution is. Don't put a bigger battery in it.
No.
Yeah.
But the way it's mounted, the way the diffs are, the way it looks like a good little truck. The only thing I don't like about it is the size of it. So it is a little smaller than a Stampede, or even I was comparing it with the Arma and Traxxas, and it's much smaller.
Joe's like, that's two Krakens.
But when you look at the specs, the wheelbase is 251. So 251, if I use my ruler that I have in front of me, it's a little bit less 251 than 10-inch. It's actually 10-inch, not 13-inch. So it's 10-inch wheelbase.
80 kilometers an hour.
You click on the link and it makes it smaller. Great, guys.
You only work in miles, Brad.
So you get a choice of carbon fiber
No, that's not miles.
or a standard version. So I guess the bottom plate is carbon fiber or aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Yeah, aluminium.
They don't get prices on those yet, huh?
No, there's no prices on it.
Yeah, there's a buy now there.
Yeah. There's a buy now, but it doesn't show the price. It's just
it doesn't?
puts you on the waiting list.
Oh.
So
yeah, 251 millimeters is 9.8 inches, just a hair shy of 10.
So it's 11th scale?
Or they just Arma Grom. I think the Arma Grom is
What's up, Basher boy?
What's going on, Gabe?
Swampers.
So if I go here to the 18 scale and I go to, I went to 1/8 scale. That's a little big. 15th, 10th, small scale. So this is a 1/18th, the Granite Grom, and in the box, I think all the specs are on the bottom. Let's go down to the bottom.
250 millimeter.
It could be. Well, remember, Axiom brought out like the 1/18th scale. What was that? Like the Capra. Remember, it was actually bigger than 1/18th scale as well.
Yes, it is. It's one. I'd say it's 1/12.
Yeah, so it could be somewhere around like that wheelbase or something.
So the product length is 250 millimeter, but I'm talking about the wheelbase, and I think I saw it here, the wheelbase earlier. Wheelbase, here it is, 165. So the wheelbase of this is 6.25, 6.5 inch.
Yep, 6.5.
That's crazy.
And the other one is 10 inch. So it is bigger than this guy. But
that's what she said.
Probably closer to like a 1/14 scale.
I'm not sure.
They thinking it's 1/12. That's what I'm hearing. That's the rumors.
So if I go to a 110 and I go to the vortex, because that's closer to what this is.
Brad, who you hearing that from? Huh? You
People
that's what I was thinking on knowing.
People
Yeah.
talk.
I heard it.
Brad's on the Twitter.
Yeah, that's 11.
He's on the Twitterverse.
287.
I don't do Twitter.
That's 11.25.
Let's say, yeah, that's 11.25 inch.
So it's closer to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the
So
other
it's
one
sort
is
of got
10
the
inch
same.
wheelbase, and this is 11.25. So it's pretty close to this guy.
It's like a Galante.
To bed.
It's like a, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
like
that's
an
probably
RC4 drive D90.
That's probably what they're calling their 1/10 then.
RC Bash Boys, anybody ever talk to Kevin Gibbs? Kevin Gibbs actually commented on one of Jack's video last week. Or last couple of weeks anyways.
Yeah, every now and again, Kevin reaches out. You hear
Yeah.
from him every now and again. He's not able to do RCs or anything anymore.
So I'm still looking for that other truck.
Brad, you started any builds yet?
I told you.
What's the tank? What's the wheelbase on the Galante? That sounds pretty.
On the
that sounds
Galante?
pretty close. Yeah. On the RC 4-wheel drive D90. That's because that 11.25 seems pretty close.
Yeah, but this is a basher truck with big wheels. It's different than a Galante.
Yeah, but it's around the same wheelbase. It seems like the RC 4-wheel drive call that 1/10. So them guys could call that 1/10.
Sean, where you at?
Where am I at?
Where am I?
Sean.
Oh,
I'm John. I said Sean.
I'm in the mountains of Virginia somewhere.
Oh yeah, you lost. I hope you
have Chesapeake Bay. Sign I just passed.
No. I know where you're at. You're going through the mountains right now. You didn't pass the Chesapeake Bay, motherfuckers. I live on the Chesapeake Bay. You passed the Chesapeake Bay Basin. There's a difference.
Yeah, something. Yeah, the sign just says.
Oh, I live on the Chesapeake Bay. Shit, I'd be pissed off if you come to the Chesapeake Bay and they come see my ass.
So for your answer, it's 10.8 inch the Galante. So the Galante is actually a longer wheelbase than that truck.
Yeah,
So it's actually a little longer than this guy. But this is probably a wider stance.
Yeah.
Wide 288. And this is
178.
213.
Yeah, width at the wheel hex was 178.
So the one that's a little closer is the 1/10 Vortex from Arma.
What?
All right, do you know what these are?
Ice cube trays.
Yeah.
No, these are little poppets. These are those little fidget poppet things. I'm using them for paint because when this right here dries, all I gotta do is pop it out. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. This one.
Pop.
and just it's easy to clean out and just grab and throw it away. Yeah, you got a little residue, but it's easiest little tip for today.
And this tip was brought
Fancy.
to you by No Mercy.
It cost me 99 cents at the dollar store.
Or you do like Keith does and just keep your yogurt trays.
Yeah. I usually use these for paint.
All the lids.
No, it's just styrofoam.
Paper plate.
Yes, it's a styrofoam plate. The paper plate, can't use a paper plate. You use a styrofoam plate.
Yeah, styrofoam is not good for the environment, Keith. You should not do that for the environment.
I got about 200 of them, so
we have to do our part to save the planet. You know.
Wait, look, wait.
I am. I drive electric cars.
Man, the planet wasn't designed to last forever, bro.
We're all gonna get on a rocket and go to the moon.
You will know why they worried about sea turtles? Because when all the sea turtles go away, they start eating us when we get in the ocean. Sharks love sea turtles.
Well, first of all, I don't think there's any mammal in this world that can eat your big head. So,
well, I didn't ask you what you thought. So
I didn't say what I thought. I'm just saying.
I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you. Oh, I don't get in the ocean anyway.
Yeah, stay away from that. It's just one big massive toilet.
A massive toilet.
I will. David, did you get snow? What was it, Tuesday to Wednesday?
Did I get snow?
No. Are you getting snow next week?
It seemed like I heard somebody say something, but I hadn't looked.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, Wednesday's going to be Wednesday, David, is a day for you that you can wrap up like it's cold. Wednesday's meant to be like 18 degrees.
Next week it's supposed to get real cold, single and lower double digits.
Yeah,
I'll be working Wednesday, so I ain't gonna worry about it.
It's supposed to be 11.
Man, here's this car asking me again. Do you like to take a break? Like, no, remind me later. Like, what's wrong with these BMW drivers?
You maintain your lane, Sean. It won't tell you that, bro.
Yeah,
well, that could be true. Like, yeah. I just these BMW drivers like to rest.
My wife's car, it's a Mercedes, and it does the same thing. If I get to driving, I'll be all over the road. It just show a little coffee cup. Do you want to take a break?
Yeah, that's what they just show a little coffee cup and ask me to want to take a break.
So Sean, RC Basher Boy has a question for you. Well, kind of question or statement. Sean wants to bash with the Galande 2. There's nothing wrong with that. LOL.
Yeah. So, Basher Boy, I did put a comment in last week, a week before, but I don't think you seen the comment. So I said I officially have shelf queens. Because when I went home for New Year's and I looked on my shelf and all my trucks are just sitting there with dust on them. Everything except my construction vehicles. So I officially have shelf queens, Basher.
Sean,
make you
you're
happy.
so short, you are a shelf queen.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Another thing that Spin Rush put on the comment is that he said he's made new logos, and he says KBRC 13 is going to love these logos. So this is what Spin Rush has made.
He's got something for he's got something with
I like that one.
That's nice. I like that. I want one of those. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I like that.
100%.
I seen that. That's pretty dope.
I like that at 100%. Oh damn! I thought David had a big head. Shit.
Yeah.
This is another one he's got.
I assume they are not really on those vehicles. So.
I like that one too.
Are they? That's
He's
AI
smiling.
generated, right?
He's smiling.
Did he generate them?
Yeah.
I think they're generated from AI.
I have no idea.
I would almost bet $1 they're generated from AI.
Yeah,
the truck one's the truck one's good because it's smiling.
But inspired by Nightwing, he's got some bodies inspired by Nightwing, which is kind of dark, but it looks different.
Keep your hamster smiling.
And you're saying he's got a big head?
Yeah.
Why does he remind me of a black Kojak?
Black Kojak. But Kojak was not black. He was white.
No hamsters were harmed in making of those pics.
No,
Yeah.
they were just having fun. That's what Keith said all the time. Keep your hamster dry or something.
No, keep your hamster smiling.
I guess that hamster is smiling all the time.
The one on the truck.
Nate, what are you doing?
Who, me?
Is your name Nate?
Oh, I thought you said David. I couldn't hear you.
I couldn't hear that either. What am I doing? I'm just like watching you guys.
And we have Lucas that joined us. Welcome, Lucas. Looks like you're working on a body.
I'm working on my drift car.
Where's your body pins? There's no body pins. You need body pins.
Magnets.
So you did lightning on those? Did you paint it yourself?
No, that's Mr. Gabe Martinez painted it for me.
Okay.
Is he still painting, man? I need some painting done.
I don't think he's painting for just anybody anymore.
Oh, he'll paint for me though, because I'm like, he's like my.
No, he won't paint.
I love him more than my first kid, bro.
He ain't gonna paint for you.
You know better than that.
We have Keith that's working on his big truck.
He popped on about a month ago. I think he popped on my live.
It's green.
Oh yeah. I think I was in there, wasn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
I actually sent him the link.
Oh damn! Paintbrush getting dry.
Eric, I wanted to ask you what 3D printer that was that you got.
Oh, that was this one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Anchor Make M5C. That's the budget version.
Okay.
The only difference between this one and the more expensive one is the spools over here. The touch screen right here, and yeah, that's about it.
Sweet. What kind of material are you printing with it?
Oh, on that I just print. What did I print? Well, what did I print? Oh my god, let me tell you. Well, a lot. It last night I printed some actually I'll show you.
JD's RC says I might have to try that with my son's hamster when he's at school.
Yeah, make sure you put a helmet on.
I printed these, which are guards to go on here, like that.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So what I got those too. I had to do that in Blender, but anyway,
those are like
this took me. I think all four of these took me like 5 minutes and some change.
Eric, did you paint that whole truck, or did it come in sandy?
Oh, it came in sandy.
Okay.
I'm taking the easy way out.
Hey, Bill, did you get those videos I sent you?
Brad really wanted me to show the Relarlo so much, he sent me the link twice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I only sent it once.
And at the same time, he puts the link, and then he actually puts, sorry, I actually sent you this link twice. And he sent it to me.
In a third email, right?
Yes.
At least he let you know. How's it going, Brad?
Well, I want to exchange this mini servo for a waterproof regular size servo. Or
it's a JX, right?
Yes, it's a JX.
Good luck with that.
It's a micro servo. I thought a lot of you guys use them on your crawlers.
Is that waterproof, that one?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I've seen people use micro servos on some buggies. Just you have to
It's a low profile. It's not micro.
Yeah, no, it's not the same width as a regular servo.
No, that's a tiny little servo.
Yeah, I think it's a smaller one.
Yeah, not a low pro.
It's not a micro. It's a, what do they call those? Because on
Might be a small swan here.
The Pro?
It's low profile. It's a low profile micro, but I don't have I need a low profile regular servo or a regular standard servo.
Yeah, it's meant to be used on a axle mounted.
Yeah, on
Behind the
the
axle.
Cross RC, on the shifting servo, they're not micro. They're just like between a regular size and a micro.
Well,
And they're basically airplane
Ordering some
servos.
screws tomorrow.
So they're a different size. So, and that's what he's got.
Brad, has that got metal gears in it?
Yes.
I think I got one.
Mini?
We can swap.
Mini?
Oh, you
So Brad wants a
Oh, you want-
regular servo.
You want a
so
I got a
that-
regular size servo, yeah.
Is it waterproof?
Pretty sure it is.
Wait, Brad, what do you need waterproof for? What are you gonna do? Take it in the shower?
You know, sometimes I run it, and when it runs in the
Let's
grass,
see
I
if
might
it
not see
says-
a puddle, and I'd like to make sure it doesn't
I'm
get
pretty sure it says waterproof
messed
on it.
up.
Let me find it. I bought a 4-pack the other day.
All right. You're gonna have to send me your address, and I'll send this to you. And one of the things I sent, I'll put it in a little envelope like I did for Nate for his.
Yeah, okay. We'll work it out offline.
Well, Brad, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It's just I've seen your videos when it comes to water. You know, that's not
it's Brad wants to make sure it does not get wet and breaks down, because Brad hates it when it breaks down. So when it's humid or he runs through wet grass or whatever, he just does not want to make a chance.
Brad, I got two servos I'll send you.
You said when it's humid. Oh my God.
Brad, let me ask you this. Where did you buy that?
eBay.
And you thought it was a regular servo.
Yes, I thought it was a regular servo.
And you liked the price of it, so that's why you bought it.
It still cost over $20.
It's 3-wire, right?
You could have paid $5 more and bought 2 from Amazon.
$20, $20.
Problem is, I can't buy from Amazon anymore because it's hard for me to set up a new thing. They say my name is already on there, and I don't remember my password, and they don't let me get on there anymore, so I can't get things.
So you just said there's a button, Brad. You just click "Forgot my password," and it'll send a new link.
And I did, and I've done
reset up a password.
I've done that, and it still won't let me get on.
All right. Wait, no, we're gonna solve this right now. We're gonna solve this right now.
No, you won't.
All right, Brad. The next time you need to order something, ask one of us, 11 of us that are on here, because we'll tell you either buy it or not buy it. Don't buy nothing else. Don't buy nothing else. I will send you my email.
Damn. Don't do that.
Well, I have 40.
I remember. I'll try to remember with Eric. It's for buying things. Information for buying things.
There you go.
Or
I will send you an email, and the only thing you can send me on that email is, should I buy this or not? And if I don't know, I will ask my friends. But don't buy nothing else, damn it! Shit.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Money's an issue, Eric. Money's an issue for me, Eric.
Okay.
Yeah, but you had a $20
servo. You don't know.
You could
We
have
know
got
that, but we
four
could
for
have told you, said, no,
buddy.
don't buy that
You
one.
would have sent us that link of that servo, and we would have said, "Oh, it's a mini." Go to the
It's
next
too
one.
much money.
You know,
I don't, Brett. I don't like anybody getting.
We just want to verify what you're getting is what you need.
Right.
One thing I hate is one thing I hate most in the world is people getting scammed, or they think they're buying one part and they get a wrong part. I don't like that. I don't care who you are.
eBay, man, eBay.
Well, no. See,
So, guys,
when you go to eBay, the
another
first thing you got to
really
do
easy
is go to
solution.
tech specs.
Another solution would be
eBay.
ask a
You get
friend that is
scammed on
close
eBay
by
just as
because
easy as anything.
ask a friend close by because 90% of the people in the world have an eBay or Amazon account.
I've been
Guys,
scammed on eBay so many
guys,
times.
hang on. There's
Alright,
a
Mike's
really, really simple. There's a really, really simple solution to this. Brad, open your Google page, go to Gmail, and just set up a new email address. And just add a new Amazon account off a new email address. It's the simplest solution ever.
Brad last
No,
year.
no. We're not talking about that. We're talking about him buying the wrong part. He bought the wrong part.
He
Now
did
he's
not
trying to
look
get
at the
another
size
part.
of the. He did not look at the size of the servo. He just looked at the image. And when you look
Exactly.
at those two servos, just the image, it looks like a full size servo. But like he just bought it. But that's his mistake. But Brad, a year and a half ago, or even 2 years ago, screwed up or forgot his password on YouTube. And he mentioned to me, I can't reset it for the life of me. I've tried. Like 4 or 5 times, he says he cannot reset it. So I did it for him, and I did it on the first try. So there's something that Brad does not do right when he's clicking on links. What Brad needs is somebody to do exactly what I did, is kind of take over his computer or click there, and okay, you should receive an email. Well, okay, what's the code that he's giving you? What's this answer? To walk him through the steps. I think he goes too fast, or he just screws up some process. So
I think he fat
Well,
fingers.
yeah, he's got too big of fingers. So.
I'm just saying because I do it myself, and I know probably 2 or 3 others of us probably do it too. Go to hit one thing and hit 9 others.
But even if he had his Amazon account, he probably would have still bought the wrong servo because he didn't look at the size of it. He just looked at the picture. That's a lot of people that makes that same mistake. Just like buying batteries.
Just did that for. I did that for. I thought they were mini.
There's one difference. If you buy it from Amazon, you can return it to Amazon.
True.
Buy from eBay, I can return from eBay.
Believe it or not, eBay, I got something from eBay recently and it came in an Amazon package. I was surprised.
Well, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna tell you a trick there, Brad. I buy a lot of stuff from Amazon and I sell it on eBay, and I still send it in the Amazon package. There's nothing wrong with that. Somebody wants, if I find something for 50 cents and I can sell it for $1, I don't care where I get it from. As long as I'm making a profit.
Here you go, Brad. I was doing eBay and Amazon for a good while there. I was selling tents from Walmart.com on Amazon.
Tents?
People were buying them like you wouldn't believe.
Tents?
Yeah.
A tent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to make sure I heard.
A canopy. It was 15. It was a 15 by 20 or something like that.
Oh, so you the motherfucker that I bought it from.
Possibly.
All right, I didn't get it from you.
But basically, Brad, even on you can return that servo, just saying it's the wrong size. I made a mistake. You could return it and get your money back. It's a lot of trouble, but you could return it.
Not that much trouble at all.
A lot of trouble. And I don't have the patience for it.
Brad, all you got to do is go back onto eBay, go to your account, go to where you purchased it, because it says purchased or orders. Go back in there and say return or exchange. It's going to say return.
Return the sender.
But the only thing is, you have to pay shipping.
Just go back in there. It's going to say why you're going to return it, and it's going to hell it says defective. It doesn't matter. I plugged it in, it didn't work. Whatever. Then they're going to either send you and another email tell you put it back in the package and mail it back, or they're going to send you a new one. Knowing it's a servo, they'll probably send you a new one, or just give you your money back.
Hey, Brad, you don't have some medicine you can take to make you get more
what's going to happen with the return
patience?
Is you probably paid the shipping when it went out. It was probably already figured in the price.
Actually, it was free shipping. I paid taxes on it.
Well, Brett, like I said, whatever. The guy added money to whatever the cost was to cover the shipping because it said free shipping. Okay. That's how they do it. And what it's going to do is that person who sold it is going to get that, take that whole $15 back and get charged.
Turn that on.
Return.
I'm not paying for that.
Go to bed.
Well, one of my items was out of stock, so they refunded me my money, and
well, yeah, the seller didn't have it.
Yeah,
refund.
So
when we get offline, I'm gonna have to walk you through how to return something from eBay because I order stuff from eBay all the time. I've never had a problem. The only problem I've had with eBay is shipping. It just say, "Oh, we'll send you 3 or 4 days."
Yeah,
and it takes 7 days. That's the only problems I've had.
It's and that's because it says shipping in 3 days, but the person who sold it to you didn't get it to the post office when they were supposed to.
I'm trying to, Basher Boy. I'm trying to.
All right.
So
I'm going to exchange this with Keith. I'd like to do that for him. So.
I'll send you 2, Brad. I got a full size, and then I got this Savix. It's mini.
Brad,
it's a little jittery, but you can have it.
All right. So you'll send me the 2 of them, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, just send him an email and let's get back to topic, just like RC Basher Boy is saying.
What's your batteries?
He did put in the chat there earlier. So the topic tonight is batteries. My advice: read the owner's manual on what C rating your C rating takes your ESC.
My advice is buy nickel metal.
And don't drain them completely and store them properly. Don't ever charge them and store them. So
why not?
Never look at the ESC's C rating. And I'm not even sure they actually mentioned the C rating on the ESC.
He's not talking about the C rating. I think what he's talking about, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I think what he's talking about when you look at an ESC and it says 2S only, 2S or 3S, because see the S and the 2S same as cells in a battery.
Don't run a 4S.
There you go. Go to Castle. Castle's website on their ESCs tells you the minimum C rating the ESC will take.
Yeah, but John, not everybody knows that. If you go to
I'm just saying, Castle's one of them that does post that and publish that.
And what's their minimal C rating?
50 C.
50?
On most of them, and depending on which one it is. Like I said, when I got the 140s, it says nothing lower than 70.
Okay, but the thing of it is, I know that, you know that, we all know that, but say for instance, my dad, he wanted to buy an RC car the other day. He was going to order some off of Amazon. He didn't know to go to Castle. Hell, the car that he wasn't going to get was, trust me, it wasn't going to link up to Castle anyway. What I'm saying is,
I was just using them as an example. That is one site that does do it. Not all the sites do that. Heck,
most of your RTR ESCs are 35 C rating and no less.
Okay, well, just as an example, I'll do a quick example on Amazon because everybody shops on Amazon.
I don't.
So let's pick an ESC here that I'm shopping and I want a quick run. Maybe a quick run. Yeah, price is good, $60. I like even this one here. So I'll open up this one on another tab and let's see if it actually says the C rating on here.
You're probably going to have to go down to technical details.
Yeah.
And expand that. If it's
I think there's a disclaimer in Castle's paperwork that says, based on what battery you use, your performance will be limited.
6 to 12 volts.
Well, I can tell you one thing: don't stick a 6S battery to a hobby wing motor.
So it does talk about the amperage on this guy, but most people are going to go there. But what you got to look at is, I find, the voltage, but the C rating does matter. But I think the C rating, it's to me, it's the pipe.
Yeah.
So the more C rating you have is the bigger that pipe is to actually bring the voltage to USC. So if you take a battery that has a low C rating, you're just closing that pipe. So when you're asking for the drain, you can't, because the battery won't give it to you. And then you'll have problem with your ESC, or it's going to cut out and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Like that last part. Blah blah blah.
Blah, 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 yeah.
Hey, Tank.
My favorite
That
part.
sums it all up.
Tank.
Yeah.
Spotlight me, will you?
Spotlight you. Where the heck are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, you got it working, huh? Nice.
C ratings are not regulated by
Yeah.
anybody. I mean, are they
No.
a way to test the C rating
Yeah.
on a battery?
Not with the
Okay.
equipment I have. That's kind of cool.
That's cool.
The head turns.
Thank you.
I don't think there's a way to like test it. I do have battery testers and different things here. I don't
Yeah.
think it tests the C rating, but I understand what you're saying. It's not regulated. So even though somebody says it's a 60
That's right.
C rating, it might not be. The
A
only
buddy of
way,
mine told me that. Yeah.
yeah,
They're
the only
not-
way it might be is if you buy it from Gens Ace or a Spectrum. That's where those companies are so big and they make so many batteries that they do.
You
worry
hope they
about
do.
C rating. But if you buy a no-name brand from Amazon, they can put basically anything on their batteries.
Yeah, that's like theoretical, or same with a lot of the servo specs. They don't really match up.
Whatever happened to that guy from Quantify or whatever them batteries were?
A 1.5, yeah. I haven't heard from them for a while because they were selling
whatever happened to
batteries,
that
and
dude?
they started selling lights.
I think
they
they're
start-
owned by
Yeah.
Avonic. Avonic owns them.
Oh,
It's
Avonic
because
bought-
somebody owns Avonic, something POV or something like that, and they own a lot of battery companies. They just rebrand
okay.
them.
Yeah, because the Avonic batteries, like that's what I use the 8000 milliamp Avonics. I've never had an issue with any of them.
Oh, this battery right here, it's a 50C3S 3000 milliamp 11 point. That should be a 2. I don't know where this battery came from, but it was stuck in a drone that I had. It was sitting there for 7 years in storage. And when I pulled it out, I had 98%. I use it in my crawlers, and it's great. I don't know where this battery came from, but I love it.
Cool.
It was 90% when you checked it.
98. It wasn't puffy. I just didn't know what, because when I took the tape off of it, it peeled the seal. I thought it was a Z battery, but
Jesus, that's a big lot lizard parking lot in there.
yeah, that battery. Yeah, this is my favorite crawler battery.
Yeah,
right
you
here.
could get lucky on different type of batteries, that's for sure. Another thing he says is don't drain them completely. If you're looking at lipos, I completely agree, because you can actually hurt the cells if you drain them completely. So make sure when you're running lipo in a NIM ESC that you either put an alarm on it, and they sell these little tiny alarms that you can
Yeah,
actually put on your cars.
That's what I do with my Grasshopper. That's the only car I do that with.
They're so loud and obnoxious, those alarms, man.
Yeah.
At least you can hear it from across a baseball diamond.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
And he says store them properly. Don't ever charge them and store them. That part, I agree, but disagree.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, that's the way you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put them in storage mode, which is about 30 to 35%, and then store them. Me, I don't. I charge them all the way, and they're charged, and I put it in the bag. I got batteries that are 5, 6 years old. I never had any problem with them. They are not puffed, and they last a long time. So I don't do that, and I was lucky that I don't have any problems. Some other
I've never
people,
put up.
maybe not. I don't know. What's that, Sean?
Oh no, I was gonna say I've never put a battery in storage myself, or even on balance. Never done that in my life.
Never balanced.
I put a battery in storage, and it was one of the worst mistakes in my life. But I know
Whoa,
where
whoa, whoa! The
I know where
worst,
I know where
worst mistake
Bashford
of
is
your whole
coming
life.
from. I know where Bashford is coming from. He's talking about batteries catching on fire, things like that. The only time I have seen batteries explode is during charging.
Saying you're muted.
When you're leaving them overnight and they're sitting in the garage, you think it's safe? Nah. I mean, because if that's the case, I wouldn't even put them in an ammo can, leave my house. I'd stick them aside and put them in a bunker. Well, that's when you have your problems if you're not charging them. And that's when that C rating matters.
RC Basher Boy put explain example. If a battery is 35 C rating and your ESC has a minimum C rating of 60, you're actually hurting your battery. Ever wonder why your batteries puff? Maybe that's the issue as well.
Oh yeah. That's exactly
Yeah.
the issue.
Yeah.
You said some of the bigger ESCs, like I said, I just looked up the on Castle, the Sidewinder 4 actually says a 30C battery, but a high quality 25 Traxxas C. 25C will work.
Mm-hmm.
Look all the tape I got on my battery because it's puffed.
Yeah, you got a big bump on your battery.
Yeah, it's puffed right out. I had to tape it down so it would stay together.
For that statement that he's put, if you're putting a 35C rating battery in your ESC and it takes 60C, I don't think you're going to hurt your battery. You are going to try to drain the battery as fast as it can, but it's only going to do a 35C burst at the same, only 35C. You can't pull more out of it than it actually can give you. So yes, it will run hot because you're pushing it hard all the time. So your ESC is asking for more, and that battery is only giving you 35C. So that's the reason it's getting hot. Now, why is it puffing? Because it's getting hot. But also, some people sometimes they finish bashing or they finish running, they put that battery on the charger right away. That's the worst thing you could do on an LiPo battery.
Let it cool down.
Do not charge a hot battery. It's the same thing with NIM batteries. When your battery is very hot, your NIM, do not charge it right away. Let it cool down and then charge it because it's going to come hot again. So when a battery is hot, don't charge it again. So that's
and some of the modern chargers like won't allow you to charge it if it's too hot anyway. It'll go into like shutdown mode. Another charger I have, if the battery's too hot, you put it in, it'll just shut down and let you charge it.
I've never got a battery that was hot from a crawler though. Always from bashers.
Because you run through water, bro.
Oh yeah, it cools it down. Thanks, big head.
The only alternative answer to what Tank just said is depending on how many heats and how far along racing is going. Is you always want a hot battery racing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely want a hot battery. That's about to say it, because when I was racing the past season, I stuck my batteries, turned my heater on, and put them in my window to get them hot.
It shortens them. It shortens the life.
It does shorten. Yeah, it does shorten them. But the thing about it is, I'm only going now. Boop, done. I got 2 to 3 runs. I was switching the battery anyway. I got like, I don't know. I think I got like 12 drag batteries, and I charge every single one of them up. And I may use all the way. If I don't use all of them, I at least use 10, and that's just practice.
RC Basher Boy says hot batteries do puff. Yes, they do. And one thing I find with a lot of people is, like, let's say they buy a Traxxas. or they buy a stock Arma. They use this stock electronics. They're running on 2S and 3S. But all of a sudden they go, hey, this thing can do 4S if I change the electronics. But then that ESC that runs 6S or 4S takes more C rating, but they're using the same batteries they were using before by doubling them. That's the worst thing you could do. If you change your ESC for a more performance, you have to change your batteries also for more performance, which means because your ESC is bigger, you need to bigger battery. That's a lot of people, they do that mistake is when they take their crawler battery and they put it into a basher. That's the worst thing, unless your crawler battery has a high C rating. Most of all my batteries for my crawler have 60 C and 100 C rating for my crawlers. I don't need them, but I still have 60 or 100 C for the crawlers. That means I can take that battery and put it in my basher. I can put that battery pretty much anywhere.
Guys, what is hot? Like touching it and get a blister?
No.
Like
when
like a heating pad hot.
Yeah,
hot.
heating pad.
I haven't had a lipo get hot like that. I don't think.
You don't
Maybe
bash it hard
warm.
enough then.
Warm.
Because the Gorgon, that nickel metal that comes with the Gorgon, it gets hot. You can't even touch it.
Oh, nickel metal, yeah.
Yeah, nickel metal gets it all the time.
Those are really
Lipos won't get as hot as a nickel metal.
No,
nickel
lipos
metal
are
will
more
get hotter.
efficient.
Lipos might get up to about 100.
Okay.
See, when I run my Stampede, they don't get really hot. It's just when that new Gorgon I got, it's like, oh man.
Frank told me I don't bash hard enough.
Check your mesh.
You're bashing with Tamiya's. What do you mean?
That's probably it. That's it then. Yeah.
That's it.
You can't bash too hard with those.
No, I'm just teasing.
Sang, can you fix your mute or no? Here you
Yeah.
go.
I just had it mute. Didn't want to make too much noise.
Sang, long time no see.
Hey. Speaking of the Gorgon, that's a really good truck, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I bought a red one. Comes with a good 8.4 volt, 3300 milliamp hour battery. Even with the nickel metal hydride, it performs pretty well. I don't find much a difference between that and 2S LiPo. The only thing 2S LiPo has a quicker acceleration, but overall speed is similar.
What run time you got on it, you know?
I typically, after about 5 minutes, I get bored, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I never run it till it's dead. But I'm guessing.
Did you build your Gorgon yet?
Mm-mm. The red one doesn't. No, only the black one is buildable.
Yeah, I was gonna get the kit, the Gorgon, but most of the parts already assembled. Like I believe the gearbox, the shocks. So it's probably like an hour and a half to assemble it.
Yeah, I got the green one.
Oh, so it's like a partially assembled kit.
Yeah. So I said, what's the point? Plus, I wanted the red body because the red body and the red bumper and skid plates, I find it looks the best in my opinion. I didn't want the black one.
Put something in that body, it cracks real easy. Duct tape it or do something because it cracks really easy.
Yeah. What I saw online is the it's like an SUV body. The back part near the back door where the body mount is, that where it typically cracks down.
Yeah, because the body mount is so thick.
He's got a crack by the back door.
Yeah, you don't want the crack by the back door.
You better fix that crack.
Yeah.
So for LiPo batteries or NIM batteries or whatever, what's your go-to brand that you guys buy, or you just don't matter? You just buy the cheapest one out there. Big Head, what's your go-to battery that you buy?
I've been having a lot of good luck out of Z batteries.
Okay.
Yeah, C batteries. I've a load of them, and I've never had an issue with one of them.
And where do you guys get the Z batteries?
I just ordered mine off Amazon.
Amazon. Okay.
Now, you want my bad batteries?
Yeah, what's your bad batteries that you had?
They're called Gold Bat.
Yep.
Really?
Gold bat? Oh, really?
Yep.
I've had good luck
Yeah.
with Gold Bat.
Yeah, I guess I've just had bad luck with them.
They're
I don't
just
know.
two cell though. The Gold Bat.
I think the best battery I have is Wolfpack by Associated. It's like 12 years old, 2S, 2400 milliamp. It still works like day one.
I do have a battery, a Wolfpack like that, but I've had bad luck with that one. It charges fine, it reads fine, but as soon as I put it in the truck and I try to hit the trigger on it on the short course truck, it goes in LiPo cutoff right away. Does not.
I don't know. I like the Wolfpack. I got the shorty pack and I got the rounded for Tamiya's.
Yeah.
And I said the square pack is like around 8 or 9 years old, and the Wolfpack is like 12 years old. Still works great. And I don't store them fully charged. I store them maybe 30% charge or 40% charge. I never put in storage mode. I just go by, if I'm getting a 12-minute runtime, after about 5-6 minutes, that's when I kind of stop and I store it around that.
I don't even, once my crawler does not move forward or anything that doesn't move forward, oh, that goes in the bag. That goes in the ammo can. I'll charge it later. I'm not worried about it. Never.
So, Brad, what's your go-to battery? What batteries do you like? And
I like the one I just showed you before. I just showed this one. I usually get Dart Pop because they fit the Tamayas really good, and the other one will fit most Tamayas.
those are LiPos?
Yep.
Rounded LiPos, right?
Yep. And the Dart Pot, actually, it may look like a soft pack, but it isn't.
Okay.
And it's rounded. It's a rounded hard pack.
And Sean, what's your go-to battery and which one have you had bad luck with?
Bad luck. Really had much bad luck with any of them. Really, because I stay away from the really. Like if it's really cheap, just stay the hell away from it. There's gonna be. And I think that's what White Big Head was saying, the gold bat or whatever, because it's really cheap. But the Z batteries are really good, and like the NHX muscle packs, and them things kick punch NHX batteries. But for my excavators and stuff, I use Ovana or whatever you call them.
Ovonic.
8,000 milliamp. Yeah. Ovonic. I use them for my excavators and stuff. And I've never had an issue with them either. But the Z batteries, they're a really reasonable price. You can get 2 3S Z batteries for $50, $55, $60.
Okay.
I've never had issues with them.
I've heard Ovionics can be good or bad. I think one of our friends who hasn't shown his face in a long time, I forgot his name. He hasn't been here in a while. He said his Ovionics didn't perform as well as another pack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only ones I could vouch for from Ovonic is the 8,000 milliamp. The 3S, the 8,000 milliamps. 8,000.
Oh, 8,000.
Yeah,
Kurt,
the only ones I can vouch for.
Which battery, Kurt, do you like or don't like?
I like the Z's. I actually like the Gen Ace too, Lucas.
Boo.
He hates Gen Ace.
I have 3 or 4 Gen Ace and they've all worked flawlessly. The ones I don't like are Power or Hobby. They seem to burst.
Gen's Ace, I never had any problem with the Gen's Ace until I over drained them or left them in the truck and then it drained too much and then I tried to revive it. For the love of me, that's the only battery, it happened to me twice. The only battery I could not revive is the Gen Ace for some odd reason. But that's my fault because I left it in the truck and the truck was on. So it actually
what's your method for reviving?
So, hey,
Frank, what's your method for reviving an over discharge?
we'll talk about that once we finish asking the question.
Sure.
But I do have a video on YouTube talking about that, and people are telling me, don't tell people to do that. They're going to burn down their house. Well, it's not my fault if they burn down their house. But anyways, John Martin, what's your favorite battery and what's your worst?
Well, right at the moment, I run all kinds of batteries. I have everything from Electron Pro, Gen A's, Z's, Spectrums, you know, the Hovos. I run them all. Like I said, I haven't had any problems with it except for the last order. I had a Ace Redline, one of the 3S packs come, and the 2-pack, like you were talking, like 60, $70. I think these were like 80 or 90 because they're 4S and 3S. Or no, they're 4S. One of them was bad in both packs of the Gen Ace and the Haval. But since then, I haven't had any problems with it. But you know, who knows on length of time on them two. But let's say I haven't had any problems with many batteries.
You've used puffed batteries, which I thought was insane.
I use puff batteries.
Yeah.
I do too.
Puff Daddy,
Do it
baby.
all the time. It all depends. It all
Puff
depends. If it's,
pass.
Puff pass.
it all depends
Yeah,
if it's puffed with air or puffed with liquid. I mean, if it's air, 9 times out of 10, just take a little needle, make a little air hole, then done.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
James
of
Hobby,
that,
are
like,
you around?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what's your go-to battery and what's the one you don't like, or if you have any?
I've had good luck with the Z and Ovonics. I've had the Gens Ace, no issues out of them. Other than like repeated drag racing, they'll start to puff. But I mean, they're getting hammered
the only
charged,
HA
hammered discharged.
The only HA I had, but so yeah, the only issue I had with Gen is the way that the leads plug into them with the pins. That's the only issue I had with them.
Well, with
But
Change
coming
that.
off the side.
Yeah, it used to be the bullet. Yeah, the bullet plugs on top of them. You used to have to plug in the bullet plugs on top.
That's the red line.
Do
That's
they
why
still?
a hard case red line.
Yeah, plug in the bullet.
the problem I've had is the Protect graphenes. They did not last at all. For an $80 battery that's supposed to be made for drag racing and hard pulls, it puffed within a month.
Oh, really?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That makes no sense. Those are supposed to be more durable and have higher
Is that
voltage.
a main house brand? Am I right?
The Protect, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
It's the worst battery. Both of them did the same thing, ran in different cars. It's the worst battery I've used.
Yeah, I'd give Brett a call.
And on those batteries, which kind of connectors are on there? Are they
They're the bullet
XT60s?
style. They were the bullet style like the Gens Ace, where you put
Okay,
the 4
bullet
millimeter
style.
bullet in it. Yeah.
No, my drag battery has an XT90 on it.
Trail Crawler RC, what's your battery you use or like, and which one don't you have problems with?
I've got a bunch of the Helios batteries. I really like those. Those work really well. I've got some Golbat batteries. Never had an issue with them. A couple of the Power Hobby batteries for my Yeti Score. Never had an issue with it, and then it just one day just didn't want to take a charge. But
Helios is a pretty good company. They used to be, anyways. But when the owner died a few years back, I was wondering if they were going to keep going. But I think the wife sold the company to somebody else. So
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah,
yeah,
Ryan
so
from
I
RC
have not
Addicts
bought
took over.
anything from Helios, so I don't know if their quality is the same as when it used to be with the other guy. But
quality
yeah, they have
hasn't
good
changed.
batteries.
Quality's still there, and the price is still the same. They're inexpensive, but they are a really good battery.
What was nice with Helios is they came in very small form factor, like with the 3S, and they fit very nicely in a scale truck. And with a high enough rating that you could drive it for 2 or 3 hours easily, and then just change
Yeah,
it
they
back.
still do that because Ryan bought the company. He runs a lot of like dollhouse rigs.
Yeah.
So he kept them small so that they still fit in the dollhouse rigs as well.
Now, Helios is not made for bashers unless they have big batteries that actually work for them. But Helios RC is for crawlers.
They did just come up with a battery for the Pro Moto.
Okay, good.
Now, this is one of the 3S batteries that I run.
Yeah, I have the same one.
Okay, and then the 4S that I run in my other comp truck, which, as far as size comparisons, is really not much.
Mm-hmm.
But they did keep them compact, like you were saying, for the scale trucks.
Yep.
And the price, you can't beat the price. For the 1.4S battery, I think they're $42.
Okay.
So they're reasonable on the prices. And again, like I said, the Go Bat never had an issue with them. They're inexpensive. It just, to me, it's personal preference on what you're going to run it in and how hard you're going to run them.
The good thing about the Helios is you can get a large mAh battery in such a small form factor. Yeah. It amazes me how small they can make them and how long they run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised no one spoke about Spectrum.
I was going to say that, but at the end, because we still have half the people to talk about this.
Okay.
So, KBRC 13, which batteries do you run on yours and which one don't you like?
Do not boo until after the session is over.
Boo.
I run Traxxas. Boo. Yeah, I run a Traxxas nickel metal. It's a 7-cell, and it's almost as good as a lipo. I don't have to worry about it getting blown up in my hands. And
okay, that said, that statement right now, through all the guys here, how many lipos blew up in your hands?
None.
Okay. Well then,
it's
must be. Oh, look at Dennis. He's missing a finger.
3.5.
Don't be scared, Keith.
That's right.
Good though. I get a half an hour with my basher. I get a half an hour on my Stampede, and I get about hour, half, 2 hours on my trail truck.
Now, for anybody that doesn't know Keith, he does not like lipos because he's scared of them.
Yeah.
Yes, there's lipo and lithium batteries in everything nowadays. Cell phones,
too complicated for me.
They're everywhere. You have a lipo in your cell phone right now.
I probably do. Yeah.
If you charge them properly. Now I've heard here tonight that some guys don't even charge a lipo balance. You can, but it's better to charge it on balance. But I'm just trying to tell you, try to break that myth. A lipo battery will give you longer runtime at the same speed. But the problem is when your battery's at 75%, you lose 75% of your speed.
Yeah, nickel metal does slow down in bashing.
And which batteries have you had bad luck with?
The Traxxas, same ones.
Okay.
I've only had one go bad though. Only one. I've had them for, I don't know, about 3 years, and I've only had one of them go bad. Don't charge.
Lucas, your turn.
My favorite battery is that right there. Z battery. I've had good luck every time I've got a Z. I've got this 2S shorty for my drift car. I've got 4 4S's. 2 of them are for my X Max. 2 of them are for my DBXL. I have 2 3S's, and they're hard case, and they're for like my action or whatever. And then, believe it or not, I'm with K. I mean, I've got 4 4S, 3 3S, and 2 2S Traxxas batteries that I've had for 4 years, and they're all still work perfectly fine, not swelled or so. No issues. The batteries I've had the issues are the ProTech, as somebody else said, and the Gens Ace right here, the Gens Ace junk batteries right there.
Lucas, are they all soft packs, right? The Traxxas.
Yeah, all of them are soft packs. Yep.
Okay.
I had no issues at all with them. But I like and the Gens Ace. The only reason I haven't had these that long, maybe a month. They've already puffed. You know, they're the 8,000 milliamp Basher battery. You know, and then they're 1,000 or 100 C discharge. And I've just had I'm not happy with them.
Okay.
I always charge my batteries on balance, and I always put, like, if I run my battery and I'm going to put it in storage charge, I always at least wait for an hour after I run them before I even put them on the charger. That way they cool off.
Do you have an easy peak charger for the?
I do. I have a dual. Actually, that's what I
Easy
charge.
Peak.
Is a dual Easy Peak charger, because I have. If you don't, I mean, most people know that you can charge any battery with a.
Yeah, you can charge any battery with them. Yeah.
Have to have adapters.
Just need the adapt Traxxas to whatever.
So, I think the problem all you guys are having with your batteries, because I never balance a battery, I never do storage, I never do anything. I think you're all listening to the manufacturer's recommendations too much, because they're not going to recommend something where you're not going to have to buy their products again for a long time. So I think that's the issue. Personally, that's the issue.
Using balance on your charger, I think, is important, because when you're charging a battery at 7.4 volts, it will charge up 8 volts or 8.2 and things like that. But the problem is you have two cells in there. And if it's unbalanced, it will charge up to the peak, which is probably 8.2 volts. But if one cell is lower than the other one, it's going to charge both cells at the same time, but one cell is going to go higher. So you do have to be careful. If you have a bad battery, it might happen. I'm not saying it that's not what it causes, but what balance does is through the balance port, that's when it finishes balancing. It charges the battery on the balance port, but it just triggers that one cell that's low until it catches up to the other one. So I find balancing a battery is very important, but if you guys don't do it, that's your call.
I don't know.
Unknown RC, which one?
Oh, Z batteries for me, but when it comes to drag racing, it's going to be the Phantom. That's for my drag racing right there. And I forgot where this battery came from, but it cost me a lot.
Yeah, that's a high voltage one.
Yeah, this is a 2S, 720 milliamps, 7.6 volts, 130 C.
Is that a 1P or 2P?
It's a 3P.
This is a 3P.
3P, yeah, that's why it's expensive.
Mm-hmm. But I also keep these in the box.
Most of us 2S and 3S are only 1P.
You need to get one of these, something that has a balance port on it. Who balances? I do. Not gonna lie, I'm one of those guys that does the balance. Yeah. Worst battery I ever had? Protect.
Okay. Nate, you're next.
I use Gens Ace, Ovonic, Z I like a lot. And basically I bought some of these Gart pot batteries because they fit the Tamiya.
Yeah, I showed that, yeah.
I don't think they have as much punch to them. They're okay. But I've only had one battery go bad, and it was one of these little Gens Ace packs that I over discharged once, and I couldn't get it to revive. But this
I had a problem with that one too.
Yeah.
When I actually bought the first Gen Ace like that one, the 2200, I took it out of the box when I got home, and I put my tester on it, and one cell was actually dead on it. Like right out of the box, brand new. I go, what the heck? Then I had to drive an hour back to Ottawa to return the battery at the store and then drive back. So like, it was a waste of time. But anyways.
Yeah, because they're not that expensive either.
No, but good thing, Great Hobbies said no problem. They just exchange a battery, so it was good.
That's good.
Mitchell, which batteries do you have luck with, and which one did you not have luck with?
They all burst in flames when he's done with them.
I like Z batteries. I've been hearing you guys talk about the Z batteries. I have used the Gens Ace back in the day. I used to use Gens Ace. I got away from Gens Ace. Not for any particular reason, just came across Z because they were cheaper. I mean, I've had the combination of 3S and 2S combined on 8S in series. I've had them up to 140 miles an hour, and I've had their 6S 9,000 packs up to 150 miles an hour on 6S. And I mean, Z packs are great, especially for fashion. I think for the price, you can't beat them. And I mean, you know, if you're really, I use China Hobby Line a lot, and SMC is really they're the two my main go-tos now. More so SMC than China Hobby Line. I use it because I have them. So, but yeah, I mean, I'd say they're my go-tos right now. I haven't really had any bad luck, I should say, with batteries. I think they've all done pretty well. I mean, for what they are. So that's about it.
Sang, what is your go-to batteries that you like the most, and which one have you had bad luck with?
Like I said, I think Gen Ace is one that I had pretty good luck. To be honest, I've been using LiPo for like about 12 or 13 years, and I think I only had one or two battery that failed.
Okay.
But I didn't have any Gen Ace that failed, and I mentioned the associated Reedy packs. I find they're really good, especially the rounded one for Tamiya. And for racing, I use the Reedy Shorty pack, 2S. All my batteries are pretty much 2S. I don't run 3S. So I know pretty much Reedy and Gen Ace, I find they're pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, the only batteries I had problem with is the Gen Ace for some odd reason. Other batteries, they went bad. It was my fault because they overdrained. But I've had pretty good luck with all my batteries. A 1.5 is one battery that I've got, and I purchased a bunch of them, and I never had any problems with them. And Z Gold Bat, I got a whole bunch of different ones. I do buy some sometime at the hobby store, but it's been a while I haven't bought one at the hobby store for the simple reason is I just find they sell name brand and it's just costing me a heck of a lot more than it will on Amazon. And I do have to look at my pocket first, but I do like to support the hobby store, but not on the accessories, which is kind of bad in a way because I know that RC stores, they make more profit on the accessories than they do on the cars. So am I supporting the hobby store? Yes and no.
Well, sort of cut you off there. You have to understand too, yeah, you're right. The markup is higher on accessory and batteries. But the thing is that if I buy from a local hobby shop, usually I have no problem getting a refund or exchange. So I might be paying, on average, I would say like a 2 cell, 5,000 milliamp, I pay around $50 or $60 Canadian plus tax.
Yeah.
But which is probably like 30 or 40 US dollars. But if I have any issues, I could bring it back a month later, 2 months, 3 months later, and get a brand new pack, no problem. I never order anything from Amazon. I have nothing against Amazon, but I just don't like order online when I could support locally and I could get it the same day and I could actually, go there and buy it.
Well, we don't have local.
The customer service
it
is
all
way
depends,
better
right?
with the local.
Like the local hobby shop is literally about 2 miles from my house. Like I could go there, so it's pretty lucky, and the prices are very reasonable. Like I said, I never buy anything from Amazon, but sometimes I go on to look at speed controller, servos, batteries, and most of the times it's cheaper to buy at the store than buying at Amazon for the same product for me.
Yeah, but like I just did a search right now for a 2S 5200 Z battery, the company Z battery, the one that everybody likes here. You said one battery is $50 Canadian, Right now,
Yeah, I
on
typically,
Z battery at 5200, I can buy 2 batteries for $47.
yeah,
So
I mean,
Look it up.
that's great. But the thing is that if you have any issues, do you bring it back to them? You ship it? What do you do?
at that price, I don't get a hoot.
Most of the time,
It's
most of the
it's
time
still
they'll just ship you out a
$50.
new one and not you won't have to ship nothing back.
Yeah,
Every-
but I never tried because most of the time it's my fault that the battery went bad. I
If
never
you
bought a
show
battery,
them,
put it in the
because they'll
truck, and it
take
died
video.
or
If you
it
show them a
cuts right
video,
away.
they'll mostly tell you to keep it, and then they'll ship out a new one to you.
Yeah.
I had a 6S battery and the cell went out, and I could not show them that the cell went out. Only thing I could do was put it on the charger, and it showed 1 through 6. All 1 through 5 were good. Went to 6, said 0. They sent me a battery, and it said just get rid of the battery. Just
okay.
Yeah, they don't want
get
that
rid of the
battery
battery.
back.
So
Yes,
I
they don't want the
understand
battery.
what you're saying because you do work at the hobby store, and I
No,
like that the
it's not-
hobby store is there.
It's not only that. Like, I mean, I only started to work, part-time like about 3 or 4 years ago, but I've been shopping at local hobby shop since I got into this hobby. Like the only time I buy stuff on eBay and stuff like that before, because you can't buy in the store, like, a vintage car that they discontinued about 25 years ago, you can't get parts.
Well,
I
what
always
we're trying
buy
to say is
locally.
that we don't have the local hobby shops. My closest local hobby shop is 45 minutes away.
Well, it's still
and
relatively
you never,
slow.
and you never went shopping in Shadow Hobbies. Shadow Hobbies, Hanky just opens a phone book, first number he sees. That's what he asks for.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question.
Just a minute. I just want to do a reply to a text there from Swampers RC. He says, Amazon, I'm not Avonix battery 3300 3S LiPo. They are 2 for $29. $29, let me tell you right now, that's about $55 Canadian. So it's pretty close to the same price.
Now, Frank, sorry, those batteries you're talking about for $45, are they hard case or soft case?
Does it matter?
I think they're hard cased.
Yeah, no, because I'm just
Hard case is possible.
yeah, I prefer hard case. It's just for me, I feel safer.
There's a Dean and there's
get
a
'em.
Dean and the other one.
Okay, I prefer big titties, but I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get.
Yeah, they're hard case.
Yeah, I know. It's just. I mean, I just find it's just a preference.
No, I understand.
Every-
Also, I like hard case. Also, I would know I was talking to some guys there, and they said no for bashing. I got all soft case, and they never had any problems.
Yeah.
But that's a preference, I guess.
I think Z is planning on, or they started to. They're making the rounder lipo batteries for Tamiya's. I think they're starting to do that.
No, nobody's can do anything for Tamiya except Tamiya.
Oh, trust me. I have a
I need to
TTO
fix that.
Ford Focus up here that's going to be my wife's car, and trust me, the first thing that's coming out is that damn battery tray. Matter of fact, I have a 3D printed file that I can't wait to print, thanks to Mitchell and Kurt for Blender.
Welcome. What I meant,
but that's just gone.
Did you say you have a TTO2?
Right.
But why do you need it? It already you could take a rectangular pack. You don't need a round pack for TTO2.
TTO2 will take square.
Yeah, we'll take square.
But
Yeah,
the
but
older ones will
see,
take,
you don't understand what I'm saying. My wife wants to go fast.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Here we go. We're getting
You could fit a 3S in there.
Can.
Guys, I'm
Yes, we're
driving.
not. No. My wife said 4 or more.
Oh,
then that's not the right car. Then.
Sure
guys,
it is.
I'm
you can go
driving,
fast with
all
that.
you
Hey,
idiots.
don't worry about what I do, okay? This is what's coming. Don't worry about what I do.
Okay.
Well, Sang, how fast do you think a TTO2 can go?
No, but 4S, I don't think the gear will be able, like the stock gear and the dry shaft will not be able to handle a 4S.
You think?
That's not true.
You
That's
think?
not true.
Hold on. Jersey, can you step in on this?
What? I don't know nothing.
How fast did you make that TTO2 go? And I know you did on 2S, but you also went on
I'm
3S
driving.
at
You're
the
going to
end.
put me to sleep with a snooze fest.
But how fast did you make that TTO2 go on 2S?
I've had mine to 124. Oh, 2S was 119.
119.
3S was 124.
Stock gears?
No.
No, it ran stock gears up to 116.
So 116
Back in a minute.
miles an hour on 2S. He went with the TTO2, and the gears held up. He didn't change anything.
That's all right. All right. That's pretty good. I'm surprised.
They're pretty strong, those gears. And also Kurt tumbled a whole bunch of times with it. Jem's Hobby, they crashed it a lot of times, never had any issues. I think I'm the only one that broke a shitload of stuff, but that's because I hit like almost a wall with mine. So
Dumpster.
yeah, I hit the dumpster. So
That's amazing for like $150 car. That's amazing.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But see what I'm saying to you is that my wife wants to go fast. I know it goes fast. You tell me it can't go fast, but I've seen proof.
It goes fast.
You prove me wrong. I'm just I just can't imagine those plastic gear will handle like 120 miles an hour.
Yeah,
for long term, right? Like you could probably get it to that speed, but how long can you run it for?
It doesn't matter how long I don't care if I hit it for a nanosecond. As long as I hit that speed, I hit that speed. As long as on the GPS says what the GPS says. So what does it matter? How long? I don't care.
Well, you could launch it off a cliff and might do 150 miles an hour.
On a regular plastic gear, I was making at least three passes a day almost. Sometimes more at night. Maybe a combination of 5 to 6 passes a day, if you consider nighttime too. And during that competition, I only stripped out 2 spur gears, and the first one I stripped out was because the mesh was completely wrong when I first put the car together, and I destroyed the mesh on it. The second one was just I annihilated it, but that gear had probably.
Yeah, I don't have energy.
I couldn't even tell you how many passes that gear had above 100 miles an hour. It was a lot.
What type of grease do you use for the spur gear? Not do you use the stock grease or no grease?
Zero.
So you built like the gearbox, no grease whatsoever.
The spur gear? No.
Okay, the spur gear
had grease, not the spur gear didn't.
Okay, no grease. Okay. Okay.
I don't put grease on my spur and pinion. I don't grease my spur and pinion on any of my cars.
Okay, no, I'm just wondering. I always put a little bit on it. Just
that's dangerous. You can get it in your slipper clutch.
So
there ain't no slippers running 100-mile-an-hour big head.
Oh well, yeah, probably not.
Big head can't even spell slipper, bud.
I can spell slipper.
Brad brought a comment earlier about Spectrum. Nobody talked about Spectrum for batteries.
There's a reason for that.
One reason I never jumped on the bandwagon of Spectrum as soon as they started coming out with them is it's a proprietary battery that you need a proprietary charger for it. And as soon as I saw that, I said, screw that. Like
not all Spectrum batteries.
Hey?
Like now they are.
Now they are, yeah, but
there's only one now.
There's only one Spectrum battery.
Yeah, but they're all and they're expensive.
And
very expensive.
They don't sell them with the cars anymore. You got to buy them separately. But what I don't like personally on it is that proprietary charger. I don't want to have to start buying a charger for every friggin' battery that I have.
That plug right there.
Yeah.
Well, you can cut the smart. You can actually cut the lead for the smart charge bit and then charge it on a regular like.
It's not worth it. They're expensive.
Hey, saying $90 for that battery.
They're expensive. That's expensive.
Yes.
You could get a Gen Ace for half price.
This is the only one I have.
You get a Z.
Gen Ace 5000 would be about $40 US.
What? Basher Boy says you break motor shaft if you grease your spur and pinion. I don't get how you would break a motor
Too
shaft.
much drag.
Too much energy at once.
So guys,
Yes.
I had that
Go ahead,
question.
Keith.
What's the correct
Well,
way
talking
of,
about-
what's the correct way of disposing them, the bad batteries?
Wireless hole puncher.
Is that what
No.
you do?
No, you cut the
Brad. No, Brad. You can't talk about this one. I'm sorry, Brad.
Well, yes, I can because I
No,
have.
no.
No, you're wrong
Then
because
no
I've done
fights.
discharging the batteries when I get to get rid of the lipos. I have done it with water and salt.
Don't get in any
Well,
fights.
I just go to Batteries Plus, or I go to Lowe's.
Yeah, you can go, just like Unknown says, go to a battery depot. You don't even have to cut any wires on
Give
it.
it to them.
Because sometimes I've seen some people take a snip and just go on plus and negative and just go clip. That's bad because you'll create a short, first of all. But yeah, the one way would be, like Brad was saying, to cut the wires one at a time, and then you put them in salt and you'll see the little bubbles, but that takes days to actually do. The quickest way to do, if you have bad batteries, any type of batteries, is bring it to Lowe's, Home Depot. There's a whole bunch of different places that have a cardboard box when you come in. Best Buy, they have a cardboard box and it's for disposable batteries. Anything that has a battery or batteries, you bring it there. You charge, not charge, half charge, take it, put it in the bin.
Put it in bed.
Yeah,
I would probably run until it's almost empty. It's probably safer. I'd hate to dispose a fully charged.
You have a thing in your house called a trash can. Lift the lid. Put it in.
That's how garbage truck catch fires.
On fire, yeah, kaboom, right?
That's how get rid of every. That's how get rid of every lipo battery. Open the trash can, throw it in. Out it goes.
If they're completely dead, they're safe to throw away. You can throw them in household garbage if they're completely dead.
And
Yeah, if they're completely dead, you can just throw them away. But how do you test if a battery's dead? By using a charger or
battery tester, or
A lipo tester, yeah, a lipo tester. It shows zero on every cell.
You test it with a 6.5.
If the bin truck squashes it and doesn't catch fire, I guess it was dead.
You get rid
the
of
trash truck drives away from your house and it's on fire, you missed one.
And then you'll have diesel on fire.
Darn it,
That's
I did it
even
again.
worse.
Anyway, 6.5 is how I get rid of mine, no matter what.
How do you get rid of yours?
6.5.
What is 6.5?
I think it's a caliber.
A 6.5 Grendel on an AR-15 platform at about 300 yards.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
That works.
Shoot the mother. Shoot the mother.
Hey, they're dead by the time it's done, so no harm.
You know what also works is an M80 taped in between two dead batteries with some duct tape like the fuse. Homemade fireworks. Oh damn, I'm still online. Shit. Can't tell all my secrets, I'm gonna get in trouble. Hey, the military taught me that I can't unlearn it.
JD's RC says you test them with a hammer. You could do that. A hammer and a nail right in the center and go pokes.
Yeah, JD said he picked up the new Axial CJ7 last week and forgot it takes a Spectrum battery and doesn't have an adapter. So he hasn't been able to drive it. Well, if you have XT60 or XT90, Deans, any connectors, just change them all around. So you can use whatever battery you have.
Yeah, it's a brush system. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, you don't have to have the Spectrum battery, JD.
Yeah, because a lot of them Spectrums are they're an EC5, and an XT60 will fit inside an EC5 anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, they make them adapters. You can get them off Amazon for like $5. That'll convert it from whatever.
Yeah, and all that center pin, the center pin just tells you your battery life at the radio.
Here's one right here.
You don't even need that.
And here's the EC5, XT60. Well, you know, it goes right in there. That's the wrong one.
Yeah, this is right in.
Just like Trail Crawler was saying, the only thing you're going to do if you connect a regular battery in that truck, if it fits in a connector, you're going to lose the feature of seeing your voltage. There's a little meter on your remote.
Yeah, you just
you'll
won't
lose
see
that
the
feature. That's the only feature you'll lose.
Yeah, you just won't see the battery life on the radio. That's all.
Telemetry. That's all it is. Damn, I got a shitload of these damn things. I hate them.
Spin Rush said IC5 to EC5 or an IC3 to EC3.
Huh?
And no telemetry. I don't think you get telemetry on the remote for that.
No, you just get
you
battery.
wouldn't get that on the controller.
If you're going to get telemetry, you need telemetry with one of the
Like that Spin Rush. Got the hamster
the
picture,
battery
man.
that
Funny.
this connects to
Funny Spin Rush.
the receiver.
I guess I must have crossed into Pennsylvania because the price of gas has just doubled.
We're
How
getting
much
a
is
lot of
it?
light.
There, it's at 350 something a gallon.
Yeah, definitely expensive.
But yeah, I must have passed into Pennsylvania now. Then, yeah, I'm definitely in Pennsylvania. We have state troopers everywhere, like bastards.
We're like,
Getting the catch.
I think we're like 260 a gallon or something like that here for gas. Then we dropped down to like
as low as 235.
So
now, one thing that I know a lot of people are not using right now, but what's your favorite connector? Me, it's Dean's. Dean's all the way for everything I use.
Using Dean's for like 14 years.
XT60 for everything.
EC5 for me.
XT60, I'm switching over. From
I just have adapters.
Oh, actually,
Axis. That's all I got.
Tamiya connectors are the best.
Oh, come on now.
Oh,
we need to shut him up and close his video.
I do like my.
I'm probably with you, Sign, because I just said Traxxas.
Yeah,
My
Traxxas
QS
connector is the
like-
second best.
Now, I do agree that if you're a basher and you run anything bigger than a 3S, so 4S and above, do not use Dean's because it's going to get too hot. There's not enough power going through them. So you do gotta have to go to a 60, XT60 or XT90, the bigger connection, if you run anything bigger than 3S.
No, it'll work. It's just that you have to change Dean plugs every few runs. That's all.
Spectrum is weak in the electronics section. That DX6C only has one new channel. Well, it's a step above what they had the year before. So maybe next year they're going to come up with a 7-channel or an 8-channel.
Baby steps.
Baby step, yeah.
10 and 12 channel. They're going to try to beat that Radiomaster.
Yeah, but I haven't seen a lot of people use that Radiomaster or even the receiver for it. So I haven't seen a lot of info on that Radiomaster 12 channel. So it's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, Axial just needs to start. Axial needs to start giving a 4-channel remote with a truck that needs 4 channels.
Yep.
Hey!
Like instead of giving you a truck and you have to choose whether I want 2-speed or dig, like just give a 4-channel remote. It's like crazy.
But what really is a 4-channel remote? It's a 6-channel remote.
But you only need a 4-channel.
No, you need a 6-channel because you got steering and servo.
Yeah,
what do you need 6
2
channels for?
What do you need 6?
If you need a 4-channel
servo,
remote,
steering, servo,
if you
what?
need a 4-channel remote, you need a 6-channel remote because steering and servo is taking up 2 fucking channels.
Yeah, so that's 2 channels. So you still have 2 channels left for 4 channels. If you need 4 channels, you got 4 channels. If you need 6 channels, then you need 6 channels. If you need 4 channels on top of your steering and servo, that means you need a 6-channel.
Correct. If that's what I'm saying. If you need 4 channels on top of your steering and servo, you need a 6-channel remote.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm just saying I'm saying they need to give you a 4-channel remote. The truck has steering, it has forward and reverse, it has a dig, and it has a 2-speed. So you need a 4-channel. But they only give you a 3-channel remote. So you have to choose whether I want dig or whether I want like 2-speed.
Yeah, I find that's the
Yeah, I understand you, Sean.
That's the stupidest marketing they've done is sell a 3-channel remote on a 4-channel
truck. Right?
Yeah. It's like crazy.
Yeah, they kind of went backwards.
I guess it's just
sell you a truck that's got a 3-channel radio that only needs 2.
Yeah.
Third channel.
That's it. They're just
well, you can use lights and shit
there's
like that
another
for
way
the
for them
third
to get
channel
more.
ones.
Yeah. Well, it's just a way for them to make more money because they're going to upgrade the controller, and you're probably going to buy another one of their products because they won't spec.
That's what they do. That's what they want you to do. They want you to. They want you to upgrade your remote when you because you want put dig on it with the friggin' 2-speed.
Whiskey Runner 1 Horizon will buy Radiomaster and ruin it.
Swamper says he's been using Dean's plugs.
Nursery rhymes.
It's one stop. Wife is saying nursery rhymes.
No, I can just keep hearing somebody singing nursery rhymes.
Actually,
Swampers RC says he's been using Dean's plugs since 1990s. I'm using Dean's and I like Dean's because 99% of my trucks are not bashers. So I run 2S and 3S max on all my trucks. I do not have or own a 4S battery or even a 3S battery. 6S, sorry.
You see, I like Deans. They're so easy to solder. Like I've been soldering Deans for like 13
years. Oh my
years.
goodness, are you crazy? Deans are the biggest
suck to solder.
Yeah, Deans suck to solder.
I find they're easy.
You gotta solder them quickly or they'll melt.
Suck to solder.
Well, no, you want to connect the other end too, so to dissipate the heat. And yeah, they do melt if you keep the heat too long on it, and you don't need to like.
If you solder an XT60 or an XT90, you'll never solder a Deans again in your life.
I did XT60. That's pretty easy. It's just yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. I don't know why.
Now,
like,
I went on Amazon and I saw these connectors, Dean's connectors.
They're probably knockoff Deans.
They are Deans, but they have the boot that goes on it, which is very nice. Like that, I don't have to use that, and it just snaps in there.
Like
and now I have a Dean's connector that is bigger and better to pull on.
But you could plug the other end to it, like the female end, so that it dissipates the heat, right? You could connect the other end to it.
Oh well, when you're soldering it,
soldering, yeah.
Because it's better if you actually put your male into the female.
Yeah.
Because that's how
keeps everything straight.
Better.
Yep.
Because a male and a male doesn't work.
It always works.
That's with every connector though. Even your your XT60s and 90s.
Female, we're doing a male and a female live.
Yeah, that's how I solder.
And now you can solder it, and then the heat is going to dissipate better. On top of that, it's going to stay straight. So if ever it does go crooked or whatever, it won't, because now it's actually going to go straight, and then it can dry.
Yeah,
not dry, but cool off.
If it goes crooked, they got a pill for that.
Well, if it goes crooked, you got Peyronie's disease.
Yeah, Peyronie's disease.
Just
saying.
saying.
Always better male and female.
With that said, let's start doing a round table and start saying our goodbyes. And we're going to start with the biggest head here, Big Head.
I appreciate it, Tay. You know I love you like my only son, and appreciate you doing this every week. I mean, you can count on you most of the time. I mean, even if you're running late at a hockey game, you still come on, and I appreciate it. I know you've helped me a lot in this hobby.
Cool, thank you.
I never forget when we was building. What was I building? I think I was building a Rift. You helped me a whole lot with it, and I appreciate it.
And the time you build that body also, when you stretched the body and you needed to glue them together.
Yeah, the TRX-6. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Cool.
Good to help people like you in the hobby that don't mind helping and got the experience, you know. And don't think I take it for granted, because I don't.
You haven't seen the bill yet?
No, I ain't seen the bill.
No, I got to check the mail. Maybe the invoice got lost. Thank you very much. Brad, go ahead.
Thanks for having another large panel today, Frank, and decent amount of people in the chat. Bull Gear just got here, and unfortunately, we're leaving Bull Gear. But thanks for having me and everybody here.
Thank you very much. Sean's RC Adventure.
Frank, thank you very much for doing this week in, week out. The consistency is great. Everybody in the chat that stops in every week, thank you guys. Like, it's the support you guys show. Thank that keeps them coming back every week as well. And thank you all just for killing my boredom when I'm driving. So, thanks everyone.
Thank you very much. Just gonna show something real quick. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna stop saying the thing, but I want to show you guys this. 5,000 subscribers.
All right.
Awesome.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats.
5K, baby.
So I am at 5K now. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing and leaving thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. So, Kurt, go ahead.
Thanks for having me, Tank. It's always great Thursdays, and everybody have a great Friday.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Jem's Hobby.
Thanks for having me, Tank. Always interesting hearing everybody's opinions on things, and everybody come back next week, because Tank will be here. He always is.
Cool, thank you. Trail Crawler RC.
Thanks for the invite, Tank. Thanks everybody in the chat for showing up and hanging out with us. It was a good show tonight.
Yeah.
Didn't veer off conversation too bad, but it was good.
Thank
and
you.
Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Yeah, appreciate the invite, Tank. Keep your RC muddies, your hamsters smiling, and we'll see you next time. Sean, you going live tomorrow?
Probably not. No. To where I'll be, the reception's not the greatest. I don't know, because I might actually surprise the wife and kids and drive home. Cause it's only 2 hours from here. Just drive home Friday night and then drive back up again.
Maybe I'll do first live tomorrow.
But I'd say the chances of me going live slim tomorrow.
We got to get KBRC 13 live tomorrow night. If you don't go live, we'll try to get him set up so he can go live.
Yeah, so KB, so KB, stand up to go live.
Okay, that sounds good. I appreciate it, Sean. You're not going live.
One Stop RC, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I just was wondering if you fell asleep with your lullabies from your wife. So
no, that was my daughter and her TV. Tank, I appreciate it, man. The man, the myth, the legend that created my my logo. So appreciate everything.
That is right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate everything you do, man. Everybody on here. I appreciate everybody on here for being in the hobby and helping everybody out when anybody needs help with anything, the questions and all that stuff. And everybody have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, because it's almost Friday.
Cool. Thank you very much. Another 20 minutes and it's Friday. You're right. Unknown RC, go ahead.
Thanks for the invite, Tank. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Always having fun. Sorry to go off topic. But hey, y'all have a great rest of your weekend. I'm looking for a blunt so I can roll up and smoke. Stay green.
Huff and pass and huff, or what is it you say?
Puff,
Puff, puff, pass.
Puff, puff, pass. Okay. Nate.
Puff, puff, give.
Hey, it's been good to see everybody, and thanks, Tank, for keeping the lives going. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tamaya Basher guy. Top speed, Mitchell.
Thanks for having me again, Tank. Thanks for the company, and thanks for allowing me to come in, hang out, and great topic, great show. Chat, peace out, keep it fast, see how fast you can make it. Catch you on next one.
Thank you very much. Sang, go ahead.
Great seeing everyone, and learned a few things tonight. I'm gonna buy a 6S battery and put it in here. See how long the gears would last. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm so motivated.
That should be exciting.
Sounds good. John Martin.
Should be a good video.
Thanks for having me. And let me flip this camera around. The lighting over on this side of my basement is not correct yet, but I'll hold this up against there. See if I can get it to.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's on plexiglass. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's actually backwards. Let me flip it around. There we go.
That's a big investment there, man. I hope it pays off. It looks good.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Like I said, I figured I'd just turn it on and move over here and get it set up. That's why I kind of dropped out there for a second. But thanks for having me, Tank, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you very much. Spotlight for everyone. Thanks, guys. Thanks for dropping by week after week. I really appreciate the support. Thank you to all the 5,000 subscribers and others that are not subscribed that are watching. Appreciate it. And until then, go charge up some batteries and go on there, break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not doing it right. Right, Brad?
No, you're doing it right when you don't break things.
Oh, come on. Half the fun is fixing it and building it. Like
Don't
when
be
you build
scared
it,
to
you're
break
having so much
something.
fun, and then you take it and you go bash it.
It's money. It's
And
money.
then you
Breaking means
push
money.
it. You push it really hard, and then you hit a curb or a garbage can, and you get, darn, I got to take it apart and then fix it.
Fix, break, repeat.
Yeah. Well, guys, talk to you guys later. Cheers.